The Journey is a series designed to show that there is so much more to fighting games than what's on the surface. In gaming, you're forced to develop a creative, growth-based mindset. You have to not only accept your flaws, but overcome them. Join me on this path of introspection and self-improvement. Welcome to The Journey. In my last update video, one of the things I said I needed to master was knowing where I can land Raptor Boost in neutral. This game is an example of me practicing that. For the most part, these landings are pretty straightforward, which makes them easy to catch. However, I need to be aware of my own emotions. If I ever use Raptor Boost without a reason like I did here, I can eat a heavy punish for it. Every time I use this move, it should have a reason. I think that'll be the first step to becoming good with it. Even though it technically worked, this Raptor Boost wasn't good enough. After missing the Nair, he starts his down tilt, which means he definitely had enough time to shield this. Plus, my spacing was pretty bad, which means if he did block this, I would have been in trouble. This dash attack was not an opening. It was great that I committed as soon as I saw it, but I should have been aware that I wouldn't make it in time. Same thing here, I kinda just decided to do it and it hit. Just because it worked doesn't mean it was necessarily a good thing for me to do. But this was good though. I realized that I hesitated here, so I backed off. If I'd committed to Raptor Boost after also hesitating, I'm positive he would have spot dodged it. Now of course, the solution is just to not hesitate, but I'm proud of the fact that I was at least able to realize that I was, and avoid the situation. Now this is interesting. 2 times I was pressured into moving back because he was in burst range. Once I was in the corner, I used Raptor Boost out of panic. I think I just figured out a big flaw in my game plan. Because I really want my opponent to jump at me and whiff, I always back up to see if they'll try to land on me with an aerial. It worked for a little while, but what this means is that if someone rushes me from the ground, I'll back up, and eventually I'll put myself in an unfavorable position. I should keep track of what he does in burst range. If I just used it here instead of hoping for a jump, it would have connected. I'm so focused on stopping aerial approaches that I've been completely ignoring how to counter grounded approaches. This has been going on for a long time and I just now figured it out. My neutral is shit because the only thing I know how to do in this game is whiff punish aerials. Man, there's so much I gotta learn. In this episode, I realized just how garbage my neutral actually is. The only thing I know how to do is catch aerials, and I'm not even that good at that. It can be really frustrating. Every time I edit or I analyze my replays or anything, it just shows me how far behind I am. But I have to do that. I have to analyze this because if I had never done that, I would never know what the problem is. I'd still be terrible at the game and I'd have no idea how to get better. It's a frustrating and overwhelming process realizing what you're bad at. But I know once I figure it out, it's gonna feel amazing. If you watch this video to the end, you are a legend. And remember, you can be whatever you want to be.
It was a misinput, calm down!